Before he became one of Virginia's most prolific place kickers, senior Connor Hughes was a star on the soccer field. UVA fans are glad he traded the goalpost for the uprights. Connor Hughes is your Student Athlete of the Week.
It's good. Perfect. Good. Good. It's good. And Connor delivers for the tie right now. Snap back. Ball down. The kick is up. It is long enough. It is good. It is good.
It was amazing. Like the guys were like, "Come on, man! You know we're gonna get you in the range." And you know, I was fortunate enough to get to tie the game up with a long one. And I don't think a lot of people were really expecting me to make it. So that was exciting. It was really cool, and I was really encouraged by the rest of the older guys that were getting behind me for it.
I remember just having the utmost confidence in him, and he showed it. I mean, with flying colors, he was the man.
But this guy has plenty of legs.
I remember when I was coming here, I wasn't just a kicker in high school. I played soccer, and then my senior year I played quarterback with the team. So when I was coming in, I didn't feel just like a kicker, you know, and I was really getting frustrated a lot because I couldn't do anything but kick during practice, and so everybody just thought I was a kicker, and I was like, man, you know, I feel like I'm an athlete, but none of these guys know, you know, if I can do anything but kick. It wasn't until the first off season when I really got to work out with the rest of the guys, you know, that I started to feel athletic again, you know, and some of the other guys noticed that, you know, I can do more stuff than just, you know, take 3 steps and kick a ball through some poles.
Connor's different from most kickers. He's not really a kicker. I mean, he's faster and, you know, more athletic than any other kicker I've seen. Just in the off season when, you know, there's certain things that, you know, we got to run, blah blah, and you know, the kicker doesn't. When is he really going to have to need all that? But you know, Connor's in there working harder and just as hard as us. So he earns all of our respect by doing that.
Phillips to hold. Snap is perfect. Ball down. The kick is up. It is long enough, and he misses left. So Connor Hughes missed left, and it looked like he got a pretty good hold, but he pulled it just a little bit.
Still not used to actually missing or failing at a kick. So, you know, when I did, last year was a big growth year for me because I had to learn how to handle that stuff. And I feel like now, you know, I can get over the missed kicks a lot better. While still being confident and believing that, you know, the next hit's going, you know, right down the middle.
It probably got him down a little bit just because that's the way he is. You know, he's a hard worker and he's dedicated. But he just kept working hard and didn't let him get it down too much. And, you know, it's paying off now. I see he's gotten a lot better in the off season, and, you know, he won't flinch.
Yeah, you know, the operation wasn't the same. You know, we had Ryan Childress and Matt Schaub my freshman and sophomore year, so I'd really gotten used to those guys. And then the guys last year, Zach Yarborough and John Phillips, they did great, but it was just a whole different timing, different dynamics to it.
I think some of it had to do with the new kicking operation. I think him and Matt Schaub had a real good thing going with their, and Childress with their snapping, kicking operation. And, you know, with new players, you know, you gotta get into a new rhythm.
The snapping and the holding, just, you know, we work on it so much that it starts to become just part of the kick. That's the start of it, and you can count on, with those two guys, I got Tyrus Gardner and John Phillips this year, they're doing a great job, you know, just amazing. And now when I get up, I can be confident the ball's going to be right there every time I need it. And it feels a lot like it did my sophomore year with the timing and the step.
Hughes looks at John and says, I'm ready. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up. It is long enough, and it is good.
Practice is, I've told a ton of people, it's just so boring for me, really. I mean, I can only kick so much each day, you know, the leg gets tired and strained, you know, whatever may happen. But, you know, I look over and guys are like, oh man, you're so lucky, you don't have to run during practice, you don't have to hit during practice. I'm like, man, if y'all sat in my place for one day, y'all would be wishing you could get back in your position, you know.
You know, when we have a hard practice, I go to see if they have any sweat on their brow or anything like that. Just give them a hard time.
I wasn't used to just sitting around watching, you know, my whole life. When I was growing up, I was trying to get in the middle of everything, but when I got here and I just stood on the sideline, it a big change for me, a real big change.
Compared to most kickers, you know, and that whole group, you know, they're working, you know, somewhat on the side. You know, they got their little things. They're not just sitting there, you know, twiddling their thumbs. You know, with their situation, they're putting in some work and trying to get better each day.